Hello you, and welcome to this healing guided meditation ASMR. Today, depending on when you're watching it, as you can see, I'm a bit shadowy, the light is fading where I am, so tonight we're going to be working on the feeling of shedding your armour that is outdated, because you will have on you, and this is how I'm being guided today, armour and shielding that's just lost its purpose and doesn't need to be there anymore. And so we're going to deliver you a refresh, yeah? A refresh. Can you imagine how nice it would be to still feel powerful and protected, but in a way that's refreshed and updated for who you are now, not who you used to be. Now, this is up to you. If you just like ASMR and my soft words and that makes you feel good, then that's completely fine. You just watch the video in that way. But if you'd like to be open to the healing, and today I'm going to be working with the lovely Astarte and Sehkmet, two war goddesses, but also goddesses of love, so totally fierce and totally relevant for this work. If you would like to work with the healing of the video, then just say, I accept, or yes, or I want it, or whatever affirmation you like to say in your mind, and the energy will come in. And this energy is chaos energy. This is energy that's running through me. It's not going to deplete me, so don't you worry. I am here to take care of you, okay? Now, Egyptians believed that you could call in the energy of any god or goddess if you had an image of them or a statue of them. So in today's case, I've got two of them. I've got Astarte and I've got Sehkmet. Now I'm already conversing with them, but for the purposes of this energy, let's just call them in more deeply. So I call in Astarte. I call in Astarte goddess energy to accompany and provide healing throughout this video for the highest and greatest good of all. I call in Sehkmet, goddess Sehkmet, to come and accompany and provide healing energy for the highest and greatest good of all. And so it is. Okay, so we've got them already here to work with us. To be fair, they've already been nudging me to make this video. That's why I'm just squeezing it in. I know how to spend a Friday night, don't I? And they're just right here ready for me to sort of get rid of this crusty armour on you and all of this stuff stuck on you, and then they're going to take you into a meditation. So I'm just going to move them to the side ever so slightly so you can see what I'm doing with the other magical tools first, as I help remove the stuff that's stuck in your energy. And then once we've gone through that, then I'll move them back into frame so you can concentrate on them for the meditation, which I am entirely unsure where it's going. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we come up with today. So you just settle down now. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to be anywhere. You can just sit and be with me and let me take care of you, because I want to take care of you. We want to help. Yeah? I want you to feel good. That's it. I want you to feel good. Starting to feel it, yeah. Good. You're doing great. Now, I think I've gone absolutely mad. But the first thing I want to use, don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. That makes me sound like a creepy doctor, doesn't it? But actually, this is my crewel, and this is made on rowan wood, and it was made specifically for me by a dear friend. And rowan's a really good protective wood, and it's got a little piece of obsidian on the end, and it's really great for directing energy, and I use it for when I've got to scratch stuff in, magical stuff as well. But it's like it's really good for picking off stuff we don't need, right? So I thought it would help us to remove from your energy, and I want you to imagine that you've got like, it looks to me like clay, like mud that has encased you, and we all build layers of protection, right? And it's good to have layers of protection, but sometimes it feels like the armor that you've built, the protection that you've built, some of it is just not working anymore, not functioning how you want it to. And I think it's probably because you've moved on, and so there are bits that you don't need and fresh bits that you do. So what I want to do is like like a lion's claw, Sehkmet's already there. I want to start removing those bits that aren't serving you. And don't worry, I'm going to transmute them all, because you don't have to keep this, and it won't get stuck on me. I've got a way of repurposing that energy and allowing it to be transmuted into something else. So you just let it go into my hands, right? Into my hands. Because the crusty bits, the old bits, the bits in your energy that you don't need, let's just pull them off. Yeah? Starting to feel yourself a bit freer in there, okay? And you might feel a bit itchy, you might feel a bit like you want to move around. It's all good. You do whatever feels good to you. I just keep doing my work. My intention is always in this video for your highest and greatest good, so you could just relax. Right, and then we come in with my cruel, right? It's like an evil dentist tool, but it's brilliant. I promise you, you'll be able to feel. Ready? So, just on the bits where it's a bit stuck, yeah? Just on that bit where it's a bit stuck. Yeah. Let's not let any of the little stubborn bits that are stuck stay there, because they don't need to. Over here. Yeah. Let's get you to feeling good. Let's take that off. It's funny, I always wonder what you think I'm doing when I disappear around the camera, but it's because I'm working with your energy body, right? And the camera just looks one way. Obviously, if you're sitting in front of me, you'd be able to turn your head a bit more easily. But you are sitting in front of me, just energetically, yeah? Just energetically. It's okay, you're safe. Hopefully this feels really good. You know, like shedding bits of snake skin, like just losing the stuff that doesn't need to be there. Yeah. Just back of your neck. Lots of us carrying tension in the back of our neck, don't we? But you see how you've got this sort of fresher, smoother thing going on now with those bits off. But always just a bit dusty. And I found this earlier. It just kind of shouted at me across the room. It's a decoration that I've been hanging in my house for, oh, I don't know, 20 years. But it is a witch's broom. They come in all shapes and sizes. And so what I want to do is just sweep. Yeah, we're going to sweep. The crumbly bits, the bits of old clay stuck on armour, we don't need those now. The ones that no longer serve it, we shall remove, okay? You don't need to keep that which doesn't serve you. Traditions, maybe you feel like you ought to, or maybe you're afraid that if you shed this armour, you'll be vulnerable, right? But not if we put something else in place that's better. Yeah? What's the point of clinging on to the old stuff that's not serving you anymore? Don't need to. Yeah? Doing great. Doing absolutely great. Just allow it to happen. Just allow it to happen. Oh, hang on. Just allow it to be. Lift your feet up for me, please. That's it. Doing great. Coming around the back now. I am still here. Still here. Just getting to the sides of you, right? Feel a bit better? Good. So, what we want to do is we want to create the new armour, because sometimes you need to have that feeling of being in your power, but also being solid and sturdy and feeling like you have your armour on, like you are safe, like you are shielded, and like you are protected. Yeah? So what we're going to do now is I am going to take you into meditation, because that's what they're telling me to do. So let's move them back in, because it's going to come from them. Okay. Sehkmet and Astarte. Let's see if we can get them to flank you. I think that would be so cool if we had them sort of energetically either side of you. Cool. Now, what I want you to do is, you can, by all means, keep your eyes open and focus on the statues in my hand if that's what makes you feel best. But when you're meditating, often if you close your eyes, it really enriches the experience, because then your imagination can really do beautiful things. And you're not disturbed by the actual visual imagery in front of you. Whatever feels good to you, you go with that. It's all good. Follow your own intuition, because that's the thing that will tell you what's the best way to do it for you right now. Okay? Good, you've got this. So we're going to start off just with some breathing, yeah? What I want is for you to just take a deep breath in for me, and a deep breath out. It's just nice and slow. That's it, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Nice and slow. Deep breath in. Well done, you're doing so good. Doing so good. Let's see where you go. Just close your eyes and allow yourself to land where you are. Let your body sink into the surface that you're on. That's it, let it be soft. Let it be gentle. I know you feel a little bit vulnerable right now, but I promise you, stick with me to the end of this video and it's going to feel really good and strong and tough. You're a little bit like, you know, one of those hermit crabs out of its shell at the moment, but stick with me and it will work out beautifully. Okay? It's okay. You're safe. I'm taking care of you. So, that's it. Breathing in a cave. Imagine yourself in a cave. It's dark. It's cool. You might hear the sounds of trickling water running down. Just relaxing sounds. It's not an eerie cave, it's just an inside the earth cave. Yeah, safe inside the earth. In fact, if you're a little bit vulnerable, going underground is one of those things that lots of creatures do, isn't it? Into their burrow, into the earth, feeling safe, protected, like being in the womb of the Great Mother, Gaia, or however you like to conceptualize Earth. That's it, well done. The beautiful cave. And in this cave, start to notice twinkling lights. And magical lights growing all across the ceiling. They start to illuminate a little bit like fairy lights. A little bit like the fairy lights I've got behind me. And they're twinkling and they're magical, and they might be creatures, they might be energy. You're not really sure, but they look really beautiful. Like the twinkling of 1,000 stars over the ceiling of this cave. Now I just want you to sit for a minute and admire the twinkling lights. And as you sit in the cave, I want you to feel grounded. I want you to feel the surface that you're on, and I want you to feel beyond that. I want you to feel your energy sinking down even further into the ground. You're already underground, which might feel quite nice and grounded, but let's let that energy just drop further down. That's it, deep down, deep down. Let your energy spread downwards, let it find rocks to wrap itself around. That's it. Let it go deep, deep down, grounding. It's beautiful. Be connected to the earth with your energy. It might take the form of tree roots, it might take the form of lights. It might be however you conceptualize it, but feel that downwards energy. Let yourself be locked into the earth. That's it. Beautiful. And then just admire the twinkling lights and breathe nice and slow for me. Start to feel that sort of expansive energy as you breathe. Like there's a fire inside you. And like as you breathe, the light from it glows outwards. Yeah, let the fire start at your heart and let it just expand gently. Feel that expansive energy. The energy that's coming out from your heart and almost to the edges of your body now. And then let it go beyond the edges of your body and let it touch the divine as you notice that on either side of you, you touch the energy of Goddess. That's it. You touch the energy of Astarte and Sehkmet. Because they are on either side of you, supporting you. You're not vulnerable. You're surrounded by two of the most powerful war goddesses that you could think of. Now, it's interesting because both of these goddesses have come and changed. So like if you look at Egyptian history, Sehkmet, some will say originally it was all Bast, and then Bast split into Bastet and Sehkmet. Some won't, it depends on how you're reading it. And then Astarte, she arrived in Egyptian history with the horses, because they didn't originally have horses in Egypt. And she was known to the Canaanite people before she was known to the Egyptian people. But they still loved her, and they're still here. And that possibility of changing to be something different, to different situations and to different people, is something we need to all remember, and they are reminding you of. It's possible for you to be a different person now to the person that you were before. And part of shedding that old armour, that crusty old stuff in your aura that you don't need anymore, is to allow yourself space to grow and space to move. I'm reminded of the hermit crab again. You know, sometimes they need a bigger shell. And sometimes you grow as a human and you grow in your energy, and sometimes you need something new. And it's okay to change, and it's okay to be different, and it's okay to be vulnerable, because being vulnerable builds more authentic relationships and puts you more in touch with yourself. So having these beautiful goddesses flanking you on either side, just feel that energy as it fills you up. Okay, allow their energy to merge in with your energy. So as you're breathing now, I want you to allow your breath to push your heart fire energy out to them, to incorporate your energy. And then as you inhale, I want you to pull their energy back into you, into your heart center. So there's like a connection between the two of you in the way that you breathe. So breathe in them and then breathe out and share. Breathe in them, breathe in Astarte, breathe in Sehkmet, breathe out and share. Let that feeling of gratitude fill you up as you share. Breathe in them, breathe out, share. Really good. So they get the hang of you and you get the hang of them. And you look up at the twinkly lights in the ceiling, and this is where the gift will come from. You'll see that Sehkmet now and Astarte are going to use their powers to make those twinkly lights come together, and they're going to come together in new armor, new protection. Okay, new armor and new protection. See that beautiful armor as all the twinkly lights are coming together. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so sparkly and gorgeous and perfect and made exactly for you. Bespoke armor for the you that you are now, not the you that you were. The you that you are now, and this next bit of the journey that you're going on. Yeah, it's going to be perfect. And then allow them to fit you into it. Yeah? So, Astarte and Sehkmet can fit you into it. And it fits perfectly. And it's comfortable. And it feels much more natural to have this protection than what you had before. And now I think if you're in the company of two major goddesses, it's probably worth having a bit of a chat with them. And now these are goddesses with many talents, but I think the first question that's probably worth asking them is asking them for advice about battles and what you need your armor for. Brilliant. And then the next thing I'd ask them about is love, because they're actually both ends. They can do both. So I would just ask them for guidance about love. Really good. Now, if you're just tired and you want to drift off to sleep, you can do that. You can just let go of my voice, settle down in the cave. You'll find somewhere really beautiful to lay down and comfortable and just settle yourself down. Alright? You're so welcome to carry on resting if that's what feels good to you. If you've got the time, have a lovely long rest. A rest is never a waste of time. And you can just allow yourself to settle into your armour and let it be comfy and let it be cozy and let sleep just carry you away. You can ignore my voice and just focus on any more twinkly lights you see in the cave, and then breathing that energy. That's it, beautiful. if you're coming back to us now, and by all means, you are welcome to, you can actually have quite a fast entry back into the world, because what we want is to whip you back in, like whoosh, because you've got this beautiful magical armour now on, which is going to give you a boost of energy. If you're sleeping, ignore this. You can do this upon waking. You'll catch the feeling of it. What you're going to do if you're coming back to the waking world is you're actually going to allow your armour, whoosh like a rocket, to whoosh you up through the roof of the cave as if it's nothing. Whoosh straight up the roof of the cave, fly out of the top, and then land back in your body on the surface where you are in the waking world. That's really good. Brilliant. And you're back in your body, and you feel your fingers and toes, and you feel that sense of grounding again. You know, that sense of the energy attaching you back to the earth. That's really good. Feel that sense of your energy being attached to the earth via roots or via lights, whatever feels good to you. And then allow yourself to wiggle your fingers and your toes and come back to the waking world. And whispering, so I don't wake you up if you're sleeping, but if you're back in the waking world, oh, how I'd love to know what you thought of this video. And I'd love for you to like and subscribe and share